those moments that prepared me for life. Something that a book, something that a school could never have taught me. Life taught me.
I wake up half past 5, thank God I'm still alive. Start seeing flashing lights, I guess it's time to shine. It's time to start my day. First thing I do is pray. He says you make the way, just know you'll be
your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! What's up, y'all? Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me, coming to you from ESPN 975, 925, as well as podcasting. And guys, if you notice, I'm back in the gym. I'm feeling good. I'm 1 week out, and I'll be back at the table doing my thing. Doing it like it's supposed to be done. Making all them suckers bow down. Making them pay my son. Making them say, Daddy, I don't want none. Hey, I can't wait, man. I can't. How y'all doing? All you guys that's stepping inside the Hall of Fame today, getting your champagne wishes out. Caviar dreams, man. I want to say we appreciate you. We love you because it's all about people. What's up, Brad?
What's going on, Book? I'm doing good. You know, I was just about to ask you, like, when are we going to see you back? And you spoiled the question. I was going to ask the question. You know, I was going to throw it to the people. The people wanted to know, when are you going to be back in NXT?
You got pen in your hand. You got your pen ready, you know. Yeah.
I got my remarkable.
I got my downstairs charger. I ain't going to need it today. But nah, man, I'm coming back. I'm coming back strong in about 1 week. I'm about a week out. Got a doctor's appointment this week just to make sure everything's all clear. Everything's healing up real good. But I'm going to tell you right now, I know it's healing up because I've been in the gym training. I cut the grass today. I put some of that stuff to get some of the dollar weed from coming up. I've been just pushing myself, man, and that's why I find myself when I find myself down, I feel like I push myself even harder. I don't know, like when I got COVID the first time, I remember I pushed myself through it, man. I was in the gym. I'm sweating. I'm like, man, I got to fight this thing because people died. You know, you can't play with it, man. You can't let it get on top of you. You got to stay on top of it, man. I just think that's the way I live, man. That's the way my life.
Can I say, though, I tried to take that same advice recently. Like during Thanksgiving, I had some monster cold, you know, and I said, you know what? I'm going to pull a BT. I'm going to get my behind to the gym. I'm going to sweat in the gimmick chamber. You know, I'm going to go in the sauna. I'm going to hit the stairs. I'm going to hit the well. I'm going to sweat this out. I woke up next day. I felt like I got hit by an 18-wheeler carrying an extra heavy load. You know, I was like, this doesn't work for everybody.
Just that one day. That one day, that's all you needed. That one day is probably the one day you needed to do that.
It might have been.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm serious, man.
It might have been. Well, we're happy that you're on the mend. And that you're going to be back on the NXT table. And speaking of NXT, got to say, we have an NXT star coming to Reality of Wrestling's The Last Stand Rumble. Big Body Javi is going to be in the building.
Yeah, man. I gave Big Body Javi a shout out last week, and I was like, man, why don't we get Big Body Javi in the Rumble and give him a rub and let this kid get up close and personal with me and reality of wrestling, because I really think he has something. He just needs that motivation factor and that pat on the back. That's what I always say, man. When I was coming up, all I needed was a pat on the back and somebody to tell me, man, you could do this. I swear to God, that's all I needed. Never had that in my life, and for me to be in that position to see, because I spot talent. Sometimes it's raw. Sometimes it's got rough edges, but I really think, the ones that really feel like, like for me, that show up on a weekly basis and want to try to change those little small things. Those are the guys that really make it at the end of the day, because this business is so detailed. I'm talking about intricate detail, and these days, a lot of times the wrestlers don't see it. They don't understand it. They don't understand why they're not getting over like the next guy is getting over. I say, man, it's like the wind. You can feel it, but you can't touch it. It's such a fine line, whether you fall off this side or whether you fall off that. It's such a fine line. So for me, I like to really get into these guys' head and try to work with them from a mental perspective so they can walk into that ring and real. I say, when you feel like you really want to beat the guy up, that's when you got the right feelings.
Put it on him.
I'm serious, man.
You got to put it
Big
on him.
Body Javi coming to reality of wrestling. Last Stand Rumble, guys. Of course, the Boogeyman, he's made his entry into the Last Stand Rumble. Like I said, I don't know if Charmel pulled that behind my back or what, because this guy, he has no driver's license. He has no birth certificate. He has no green card. He has no passport. He has nothing. I didn't get the Rumble, damn it. You know what I mean? So, no, man.
And of course, Maven.
Of course, Maven. Of course, my man Maven is going to be in the Rumble.
And just announced, Zilla Fatu.
Zilla's going to be in the Rumble. You know what, man? We got 30 guys that's going to be making their way into the Rumble. I can't keep up with all of them. Everybody want a piece of the action. Everybody want to get in on this Last Stand Rumble, because the Rumble is something special. It really is something special. And the winner definitely has that prize to call his shot. So no, man, this is going to be big, and there are going to be more name drops over these next 20 days. Guys, we're 20 days out. We're sold out. We're already sold out. But just for you, just for the people, we're going to add about 100. We're going to try to cram about 100 seats in there more. And then if that don't work out, standing room only. But it's going to be sold out. And then, guys, I want everybody to know. I don't even want to give it away right now. But at the end of that Last Stand Rumble, I'm gonna have a huge surprise. All right.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have a huge surprise for everybody at the end of that night. I'm gonna pull a Tony Khan. You know what I mean?
Are we announcing an announcement right now?
A big announcement gonna be coming up at the end of the Last Stand Rumble. I'm pulling a Tony Khan. But guys, it's gonna be big news. It's gonna be something that you guys are gonna love. This is gonna be a treat of all treats. And you're gonna wonder, how did he do it? Hey, man, because I'm a 2-time, damn it, Hall of Famer, 35-time champion, actually 38, 39, maybe 40.
Round it up to 50. You're gonna get there.
But when we call out, I ain't gonna even say that.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
I ain't gonna even say nothing else.
Don't
Guys, just be ready. It's gonna be a monster, baby. Oh yeah.
Keep your promo energy going. Because another thing dropped over the weekend. Press release went out. You announced a new competition series, the Road Games. Official. You can go check it out on your favorite wrestling site, realitywrestling.com, on your social media. It's all over the place. The Road Games, big deal. Kurt Angle was talking about it. A bunch of people, DDP they're all talking about it. And it's a competition series. Winner, one man, one woman wins $5,000.
$5,000.
Really, if you put it together, there's going to be 10,000
people.
And that's going down. It's a kind of American Gladiators, I guess, Ninja Warrior-esque
Superstars. Yes.
superstars.
You have a lot. It's going to be. It's going to test your will. It's going to test your strength. There again, your concentration definitely going to be gonna come into play as far as this goes. It's going to definitely be something where we are truly the road games is truly looking for the ultimate athlete. That and what I mean by that, somebody that can pretty much do it all. You know what? It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. When I grew up as a kid, the Cathalon was my favorite event. And when Bruce Jenner was, oh man, Bruce Jenner was raw dog, man. I'm serious. I mean, the dude, I hate to use that connotation, but no, Bruce Jenner.
Okay, we went over this the last time you said it.
Bruce Jenner was unbelievable, man, when you see him actually be able to do everything well. And for me, a game like this is something that I guess, maybe something I was thinking about for many, many years. And now I'm in a position to actually be able to do it, but not just, the guys get a shot, but the ladies get a shot.
Yeah.
But more importantly, this is something that we're going to be able to do on a regular basis. This is a television show we're trying to produce. We want everybody out there to understand this is a television show. Like Charmel said, we're looking for guys that's got charisma. We're looking for guys that can entertain, that can look into that camera and know how to captivate that audience. Yeah, I remember on the Gladiators, this one kid, I know we got to take a break, but you guys look up two scoops, man, on the Gladiators, man. And he was a contestant, but he captivated that audience to where they just did the documentary and they had to go find two scoops. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Booker T, 6-time world champion, 2-time Hall of Famer, and I'm here with my main man, Brad Gilmore, on the Hall of Fame podcast. And today we're talking about something that's been a game changer for us, and that's HelloFresh.
That's right, Booker. Whether you're looking to save money, eat better, or stress less in the new year, HelloFresh has got you covered. We're talking about farm-fresh ingredients, chef-crafted recipes, and the best part, it's all delivered right to your doorstep.
Brad, I used to stress about meal planning, especially with my busy schedule. But with HelloFresh, man, I'm whipping up quick, tasty meals in no time. And my favorite has got to be their 15-minute recipes. Man, who knew I could cook a gourmet meal that fast?
Absolutely, Book. But let's talk about variety. HelloFresh has over 45 dinner options each week. So that's right, there's going to be no more recipe boredom. Plus, they've got calorie smart and protein smart options, perfect for keeping those New Year's resolutions in check.
And Brad, as a family man, I'm sitting down for dinner with my crew, and it's important. HelloFresh, quick and easy meals have made that reality. Even on the busiest nights, it's just convenient. It's bringing the family together.
And don't forget, breakfast fans, HelloFresh is hooking you up, the listeners of the Hall of Fame podcast, with free breakfast for life. That's right, a free breakfast item with every delivery. Now, that's a sweet deal to wake up to.
Y'all heard it here first. Go to HelloFresh.com/BookerFree and use the code, man, BookerFree, to get your free breakfast for life. Remember, one breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. Oh yeah, man.
That's HelloFresh.com/BookerFree with the code BookerFree. Don't miss out on America's #1 meal kit.
Join us in making cooking fun, easy, and absolutely delicioso. It's HelloFresh. You got it. Oh yeah. Can you dig it, sucker?
It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom, welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We were just talking about the road games, the search for the ultimate athlete. And my thing is, man, there's so many guys out there, so many ladies out there that's going to want to be a part of something like this. Because my thing is, it's about testing yourself.
Yeah.
We do a thing called fantasy camp, and we get guys and girls in there, and sometimes they don't know exactly what they can do until we get them in a position and say, hey, just try it. Just try it. Let's see if you can do it. And then they do it and they go, wow, something like that. And that's just, something on a beginner stage. But this right here, guys, it's going to be truly a competition. Guys come to fantasy camp thinking it's a fantasy, and it's truly a reality. It's a reality at the end of the day. And this right here, the road games, is definitely going to be a reality, something that you're going to be able to look back on. Me personally, I remember when the Gladiators came to town, I went and tried out for it. And I was so excited. I was so excited to get down to the Astrodome and, get in there. And no, it was at the Summit. I'm sorry, at the Summit where Joel Osteen's church is.
Your
right
church,
now.
Yeah.
And, I was so excited to get down there and, try out and, just run right through it, because for a minute I thought I was going to try to be a gladiator. And then I realized I was trying to be a contestant. And then, boom, I fell out in the first round. First chore, boom, I'm out. I'm on my way back home. I had my son with me, Hey, I felt kind of bad about it, but I told my son that day, I said, I won't look back, one day when I'm 40 or 50 years old and say, I wish I had tried. I tried it. And you know what? And that, I think, I got more out of, giving my son that inspirational moment, and hopefully a life lesson, on top of me going out and failing, in the first round. So it wasn't so bad after all.
Hey, but now look at all these years later. Not only are you still reflecting on it and you got to try it, but now you're giving that opportunity to somebody else with the road games. Two people, one man, one woman, $5,000. And here's the thing. And this is actually a shoot. So many people texting me and they're like, "Hey, can I try out? How do I try out? How can I get down? How can I do it?" I say, "Hey, go to the website. Information is going to be up there." So people are already ready. So some people are going to live out. This is going to be their WrestleMania moment.
Hey man, you never know what it's going to lead. You never know what's going to lead. That's what's really, really cool about it, because you might want to try stepping into the reality of wrestling ring after this. You never know.
You might want to.
You never know, man, because we got a whole lot on the calendar for 2024. It's a whole lot on the calendar. Big shows all the way to the end of the year. So who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen. Anything's possible.
We're 2 shows in for this year. 2 sellouts. One was a triple sellout, right? We sold out 3 sets of tickets. This one's already sold out. It's going to be more sold out.
20 days out. 20 days out. We already
20 days out. Yes. This isn't the week of.
It's nuts.
This isn't a buy one, get one free sale. Yeah. You can't get 15. You can't get half off.
You know what though, man? I was listening to Maven on his podcast, and Maven is such an interesting dude, man. He's such an interesting dude, just because he went through the wrestling thing, and one, to tough enough, and then go through the wrestling. He had some huge moments. Didn't work out for him, but he's not one of those bitter guys sitting at home still waiting. He's gone out there and created, one of the coolest channels, man. I was watching him do a thing for battered women, and it was like a telethon. And man, he raised so much money for the shelter. Within a couple of hours, it wasn't funny. And I just want to give that dude big props for going out there and, still just being such an inspirational dude. And I had a lot of time. I spent a lot of time with Maven in WWE. I mean, literally, I don't know. He was like, I don't know. I just treated him good. I treated him good.
Right.
And he knows it. Me and Maven had some really, really good times out on the golf course, in the ring working. But I just want to give that dude big props for what he's doing.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's awesome. I didn't know that he had done that, but I check in with his channel, and one of the things that's refreshing about Maven too is his honesty. He's completely honest all the time. Hey, man, this is where I messed up, or hey, man, this is what happened. This is why it happened. This is what I said. I mean, and as a wrestling fan too, to know kind of not so much the inner workings, but just know this is how stuff went down. You know, this is matter of fact. And he even talked about like dark times in his life when his mother passed away, or when he was arrested, I believe one time. He talked about that, and he's very transparent in the whole thing. And when we had him on this show, he's a cool man. And there, not that it happens to us ever on the Hall of Fame, because it really doesn't. But when you interview some people, they're like, hey, don't ask about this, or maybe ask one question about that. I don't really want to talk about this. Maven didn't say, he didn't say anything to me, about don't talk about anything. It was just like, hey, hour and a half, let's do it. Let's run.
No, the only thing Maven request was, can I tape it too? I need all the footage.
Yeah, he did ask for that.
So I'm sure, excuse me, I'm sure when he comes to reality wrestling, he's probably gonna have his camera crew with him.
Hey man, if not, we'll get him one.
You damn Skippy. We're definitely gonna make it a show for him, and he can do whatever the hell he want to do, because Maven is a big part of the sellout. He's a big part of reality wrestling selling out this coming show, The Last Stand, Rumble, and I tell you, it's gonna be a whole lot more guys coming into reality wrestling throughout this year. NXT guys, guys that you've been just perhaps dreaming to see, perhaps just one time in reality wrestling. So guys, get ready to go on the rocket. I'm talking about straight to the moon, man, to the nebula. Oh yes. Oh man, I can't wait to get back to work.
You're almost there, man. You're almost there. I'm excited for everything coming up at Reality Wrestling. Again, realitywrestling.com. Learn more about the Road Games, The Last Stand, Rumble. More announcements coming soon. There's a few things that happen in the world of wrestling, a few things that happen just in the world of sports and entertainment. I want to know, did you see who our guy, we love this guy here in the city, CJ Stroud, right? We love him, right?
Yeah, I love the kid. He's a good kid.
Great kid.
I thought he was. He hadn't pulled a Deshaun Watson on his ass.
He hasn't pulled a Watson, but he was creeping out of the Cactus Jack, which is Travis Scott, celebrity baseball game with Amber Rose. The media, there's all the media's talked about today. Is he making the wrong choice? What is he doing? Why is he with Amber Rose? To me, I said, go on, do what you got to do, man. It's none of my business. And you know what? I mean, hey, see, I understand.
I'm like this here, man. Young kid.
Yeah.
He's not married.
No.
Amber Rose, Hardy Biscotti. You know what I'm saying? So if he happened to hook up, I'm just saying, with Amber Rose, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's almost like the Tiger Woods thing. Tiger wouldn't have never had. I mean, he could hit the Waffle House chick. I don't care. I mean, all of them. He could hit them all. If he wasn't married, it wouldn't have been no problem. So whatever CJ Stroud do right now, being a young man, long as he protect himself, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get in trouble for this segment. I don't even know why, but
what did I do?
You didn't say anything. You didn't say anything.
I didn't say one thing. As long as this young man is being a young man, be a young man. I have no issue with that. Not at all.
People, let me tell you what. She's married? Someone said she's married. Well, I just saw them leaving together. I don't know anything about Amber Rose personally.
Well, I mean, people are assuming, people speculating.
People, because they left together. You know what I mean? That was the thing.
I mean,
they left together.
That's what's wrong with.
I don't think she is.
No. Go ahead. Tell me what people are saying. Is Amber Rose married?
I don't see that. She was married to Wiz for a while, but she's not married anymore. I don't see anything there that she's married. No, she's not married. She's unmarried. Yeah. People are worried, though. This is what I'm going to say. People are worried that if he, is spending too much time running around with beautiful women or all this fancy lifestyle, that maybe he's not going to bring it to the gridiron.
Look, man, what's the use of having star power? I mean, if you can't go out and still have a good time. Right. And still be a regular human being.
Wasn't that life? Like whether you're a star or not.
And want to date a beautiful, he might be infatuated with Amber Rose, like many men are. Many men are infatuated with beautiful women, such as Amber Rose. and to stop being a young man because of social media is not the right way to go.
Right. So reacting to what they're saying.
No, it really isn't. And that's just me. If this kid was doing something wrong, we would have a conversation. But he's not doing anything but being a young man with testosterone going through his body, man. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section in row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, bro.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price guarantee. Oh, yes. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, with my man Brad Gilmore. I see you got his phone there, getting a little selfie shot.
I'm not getting a selfie.
I feel you, baby. I feel you. That's like Crying Kite, updated, 2.0. I feel you. I feel you.
Hey, look, this is what I actually wanted to ask you about. Not about me being Crying Kite or any of those things.
2.0.
2.0.
Somebody said in the chat last week, you had a hairpiece on. I just want to
Look at that.
I just want to let you know, people thinking. So you might want to let them know this real. All right, I got you.
There you go. See, look, now you got my hair messed up. No, what I want to talk to you about was, look, we've been talking about it for weeks on the show about The Rock, Cody Rhodes. How's the story going to finish? Things of this nature, right? Now on Friday Night SmackDown, sold out from Salt Lake City, by the way. Did you see The Rock's promo? Did you see him go out there? And did you get to see it?
I saw some of it on YouTube. I didn't actually see the show, but I did see some of it on YouTube. Yeah.
The Rock went out there and healed off on the fans. He had kind of his Versace shirt.
He had one of those $500 shirts on.
Yeah, he had the $500. It was more of a $500 vest because he wanted to show the arms off.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, look, got to show the arms. I can't do the shirt anymore. I got to do the arms, which I feel, play on, player. But he went out there and healed off on the fans and talked about y'all sold out, y'all set an indoor record, and he wouldn't say what it was. And he's like, "Do you want to know what that record was? Y'all set an indoor attendance record for the biggest pieces of crap that have been in one building at the same time." And they started.
Damn good promo.
He's one of the best. And he goes, "You sitting there, with your 40 wives and your because he's in Salt Lake City, which is Mormon country, and your 600 grandchildren." And he's just going off on them, and it was so great. And he did this thing that he used to do when he was Hollywood Rock, where people still want him to say the same stuff, right? They still want him to say, if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah.
And every time he would go to do it, he'd stop and tell the audience, no more sing along with The Rock, right? Y'all lost that privilege.
Yeah.
He joins the Bloodline, and then he says, but during this promo, this is what people are pointing out. And I don't know because it's not confirmed or anything, but there's like
they said he kind of like tips his hat a little bit. Yeah.
Tips his hat toward Roman and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But anyway, do you think this is the best move for The Rock to be a heel going into WrestleMania? Because this is something I would have never saw coming. I would have never seen him being a heel again.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised one bit. I mean, you heard me say it. I said blood is thicker than water. All right. And I said, let's sit back and see how this thing play out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to jump the gun because thing is, I was looking at something on YouTube, I think, and they was talking about this, and they was talking about how The Rock pulled the trigger on being in the match, and then after the backlash from people, Rock had the wherewithal to say we need to switch gears. Now, can I see that happening? Perhaps. I can see that happening. So that's why I try not to, write the show or book the show because, the way it was yesterday may not be the way it is today. So, and I think it was the right move. It was the right call to do this angle right here and put Cody in that position. No, man, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, and it was the smartest move anybody could have thought of.
Whoever, if it was Rock or if this was the plan or whatever it was, I think you're right. I think they saw the backlash. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if it was the plan or not, but I do know
it was
it's on track.
Yeah.
To be the WrestleMania people have been asking for quite some time for the last 2 years. So I say, let's do it. And no better person to be a part of something like this than The Rock. I mean, it's already sold out. And it's just the cherry on top, the icing on the cake. This is it, man. It's like reality wrestling. Sell it out every month. Oh, yeah, man.
It's like CJ Stroud stepping out with Amber Rose.
I'm calling The Rock, man, to see if I can get him to reality wrestling. That's what I'm gonna
do. That would be nice, man.
And we might could sell out. We might have to get parking lot seats.
We might get back-to-back sellouts.
Big screen out in the parking lot.
I would love.
Oh man, we gotta love it. Yeah, but we doing everything. We're doing everything in reality.
But I think it's good. And you know what? The thing about The Rock is, it's almost reverse psychology in a way, because when he showed up and it looked like it was going to be him and Roman one-on-one at WrestleMania, the fans rejected it. They booed, they didn't want it, blah, 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 blah. And now as soon as he turns heel, all I've seen online is, oh my God, The Rock's so awesome. Oh, he's so great as a heel. Love The Rock. God, I love that The Rock's back. So it's almost a reverse psychology thing in some ways, is he's now giving them a reason to boo him, but they now want to cheer him. It's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah. No, man. I say, The Rock being back is definitely good for business. Any way you look at it, The Rock being back is good for business. I know a lot of people have disagreed with me on that, especially the Gen Zers of this generation. They don't understand, the marketability of and the star power of someone like The Rock. And anytime you can have someone like that anywhere near your arena, you want him there. It's just plain simple mathematics. It really is. It really is. From a promoter standpoint, and that's the way I always look at the show. I always look at it from a promoter standpoint, because that's what I do. We got a small little company down in Texas City, Texas, Houston, Texas area. It's called Reality of Wrestling. If you haven't heard of it, check it out, guys. Go to YouTube, Reality Wrestling /YouTube. Download. What is it?
Smash the subscribe button.
That's it. Smash.
That's what people say. Smash.
That's it. Smash that subscribe button.
What does that mean? Why is it?
I don't know what that means. I guess that's a motivating factor when you say
Smash
smash it. You want to get on it, boom, you want to hit that son of a gun, and you want to do it quick. So smash that damn subscribe at Reality Wrestling and get us up to 800,000 subscribers. So we working hard, guys. But no, man, I like the direction. I like the direction here.
Love the direction. And by the way, real quick on Reality Wrestling, one more thing. Shout out to Dirty Dom Mysterio for sharing the Last Stand graphic on his Instagram today. His Instagram story. I really appreciate that.
And I appreciate those guys, man.
Dom.
You know, we really do. Seem like everybody is getting on the road train, man. And that's what we need. That's what we need. Because, like I say, this year we want to do something big. At the end of the year in 2024, we want to do like one of the biggest shows that we've seen. You know what show that really sparked me from a fan's perspective watching wrestling? It was when World Class Wrestling, I wouldn't even say world class, but when Kerry Von Erich did the show in Texas Stadium and won the world title from Ric Flair. Such a big moment, you know, and I can't wait for a Reality of Wrestling to have our really, truly big moment where we can actually go out there and let our students and our wrestlers perform in front of a crowd that they've never performed in front of, you know, as far as, you know, maybe 3,000 to 5,000 people, you know, I mean, in one night under one roof, you know, so it's gonna be amazing what Reality Wrestling is gonna be doing this year. And the road games, guys. Don't forget about the road games. If you're one of those guys that want to test yourself, you one of those girls out there that's just aching to get out there and test yourself. The road games may be that one thing. So go to realitywrestling.com and make sure you be on the lookout for signups. And that's gonna be very, very soon, guys. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Road games on the way, man. Road games are on the way. The Last Stand Rumble again. Who knows? I mean, look, last year I did it. You know what I mean? I did the unthinkable. I entered the Last Stand Rumble. It could happen again. And you know what was interesting? You entered at 21 in the Royal Rumble. I entered at 21 in the Last Stand Rumble. That was just by happenstance. Look, there's divine intervention. I think.
What's that got to do with anything? I'm just
because I think that we lasted about the same amount of time. No, actually, you lasted longer than I did. You lasted longer than I did, but.
Not much.
Not much.
And that was by design. I was like, man, let me get the hell out of here, man. Shoot. I'm serious. Because I thought about that chop for a second. And I'm like, nah, I just jump over.
Throw that out.
I don't even need that. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, what's up? This Booker T, and winter is here, and you know what that means? Trying to stay comfortable while you sleep. Well, I've got something exciting for you.
That's right, Book. We've recently discovered a game changer for a good night's sleep. It's called Miracle Made, and it has its new product, the silver-infused bed sheets inspired by NASA.
Yeah, these sheets are no ordinary sheets, guys. They've got self-cooling properties that keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, thanks to NASA-inspired technology.
And here's the kicker. They're self-cleaning too. Infused with silver, these sheets prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them fresh and clean 3 times longer than regular sheets. So that means no more gross odors. Plus, they're all about comfort and quality. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the crazy price tag of other luxury brands. Trust me, Book, they feel as nice, if not nicer, than the sheets used by some 5-star hotel.
And just in time for the holidays, guys, these miracle sheets make perfect gifts for your loved one. And who doesn't want better sleep and luxurious bed sheets? And guess what, guys? You get 3 free towels with your purchase. But wait, there's more. These sheets are designed with your skin in mind. No more sleeping on bacteria that can clog your pores. You don't want that. Sleep clean with Miracle.
Yeah, so here's the deal, listeners. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker to try it today or gift it to someone special this holiday season. And guess what? you will save over 40%.
Do it! And don't forget, guys, if you use the promo code at your checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and an extra 20% off.
And if that wasn't great, here's the best part. Miracle stands behind their product with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund from Miracle Made.
Hey guys, upgrade with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker and use the promo code Booker and claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Trymiracle.com/Booker. Treat yourself or a loved one this holiday season to a gift of better sleep. Don't wait. Try Miracle Made today. Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Hey man, I don't want to get too far of ourselves. We don't want to get too far of ourselves before I think about the super chatters. What we got? Are we good? Are we good?
I think we're good. I mean, there's not too much going on in the world of wrestling right now. Cool. Other than people just, I don't know, losing their minds all the time. What the hell? You want to go to super chats? Is that what you're saying?
No. I was just wondering. What else in the news that we should talk about or should we touch on? I know the Velveteen Dream made his return back to Dynasty Pro Wrestling.
I didn't see that
over the weekend, upstate New York somewhere, and he's getting mixed reviews as far as because he's getting mixed reviews. I think the promoter is getting mixed reviews as well because, and this the question here that I'm going to pose to you. They brought back Patrick Clark, also known as Velveteen Dream, back as a surprise guest. They didn't tell any of the fans until he came out of the curtain. Do you agree with that or not?
Well, that's
first match back.
To be a surprise.
Yeah. After the controversies and whatnot, and the way people have looked at.
Look, if you're asking me like what I think, it seems like that was the promoter trying not to get a little heat before the show. Honestly, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like, hey, I'm not going to say he's coming back because I don't want anything on social. I don't want to have to put a statement out. I don't want to do refunds because, whether I don't know. Again, I haven't even taken the time, and maybe I should, to look at all the allegations that came out against him. I'm not as well read on it as I probably should be talking about it. But just you would have to know, no matter what, whether they were founded true or false or whatever the case was, that's going to cause controversy no matter what. Just the name on the bill is going to cause controversy. And I'm not shocked in the slightest that there was mixed reactions. I think mixed is probably putting them positively, right? They're probably worse than mixed.
Yeah.
But I don't know that.
Oh, it's definitely on one side as far as a lot of negative comments being made. And my thing is this. When I understand being accused of something, and and then, like me, I was accused. I was guilty. I went to prison. I served my time, and thank God, Bruce Gasarch,
right,
looked at me and he looked at my heart. After I worked for him for quite some time, and said, "Man, this he's not that bad of a guy." And he gave me a chance, but I just wonder, what would I be if I did the same thing here in this, council,
in this day and age,
where they can counsel you, or where they can say bad things about you because of your past. What would I be at? Probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And the one thing about Patrick Clark, he got arrested for some stuff. Where I think he had some cocaine. That was one strike. I think he got arrested for a fight at a gym or something like that.
First degree
battery. He got arrested for a probation violation or something like that. He had 3 arrests, but he's never been arrested for a sex crime. He's not a registered sex offender, and that's the part right there that I don't understand. I can understand if he was convicted of that. I can understand if he was charged with that. I can understand if he was registered as that. But these days, people can make accusations on you and people take it as fact, and that there have been no notable crime on paper with any police department as far as that goes. And the thing is, I wonder, what do you got to do to get a second chance in this day and age that we're living in right now? What do you really got to do to get a second chance? Because
It's a good question.
these days when the social media world, because it's not just people coming down on him that was at that show that night. I think it's probably less people coming down on him from that show opposed to the people from around the world. I'm talking about overseas. I've seen comments from people that has never been to America before making comments, and that's what everything is so connected, where people can make your life miserable, where you can never get a job ever again in your life, and you've never been charged for that crime that people have convicted you for in the public opinion. It's really a slippery slope that we're living in today, because the thing is, I can find myself in that situation. I found myself in that situation. And you can find yourself in that situation, Brad. And anybody out there in the world now can find themselves in that situation. And there again, if I'm convicted of it, persecute me and let me try to work my way back up. But if I'm not convicted of it, that's the part that really, Patrick Clark makes some huge mistakes. Of course he did. I'm like this here. Anytime you talking to underage kids online and saying anything to them, that's a problem.
Big problem.
Well, it's a problem because it's just like reality of wrestling. We take kids 16 and up. And I've never talked to not one of those kids without the presence of their parents. I've never called them on the phone. I've definitely never tweeted them or texted them or anything of that nature, just because any way you look at it, any way you look at it, it can be misinterpreted. Any way you look at it. There's no way you can get around it, because that's just not something you should be doing. And that right there was a huge mistake on Patrick Clark, on Patrick Clark's half. And the thing is, he's, of course, 19 years old, 20 years old. You might consider yourself still young too. You might consider yourself still a kid too. But in the eyes of the public and the eyes of the law, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I really think he put himself in a bad position as far as that goes. But as far as people having their opinions and they really don't know or really haven't read the situation, it blows my mind how people can really take you down to where your life can be miserable for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and again, that's why I even said I'm not sure the extent of what he was accused of, and I do remember WWE saying they did an investigation but didn't find anything. I believe, again, I want to look this up, but aside from Patrick Clark, I think the crux of your a monologue there was you believe in a path to redemption for people because you benefited from it yourself.
I mean, I just don't feel like you should be persecuted forever if there is not a real crime. If there was a victim, if it was, one of these kids that has accused him of something and the police came and picked up Patrick Clark and took him to jail and he was prosecuted for that, I would be all for everything that these people are talking about. But when none of that is proven and people have already convicted him of it, it's really, there again, a slippery slope that any one of us can find ourselves going down that same slippery slope. Somebody can say, I touched them. And I know I didn't touch them, but if it get to the public opinion and they take it and they believe that person, my life could be ruined. And I say that because I've had a wrestling school for almost 20 years now. And I've never, and I do this for a reason. I've never had a private conversation or a private session with a female in my wrestling school in 20 years. Mm-hmm. And I do that for a reason, because I got to protect myself 100%, just because these days anybody can say anything, and my school can get closed down overnight because of an allegation that has been made that's untrue. So I just say people really be conscious of thinking about when you do post stuff and you really don't know the situation. All you're doing is just backing somebody's play or, backing the way you feel about a certain cause. And we all should feel that way about that cause. We all, let's not.
We should always protect women and children no matter what.
We should not dismiss that one bit.
Never.
But when someone hasn't been convicted of it, and it's just been a lot of allegations thrown around, and the police have investigated it. Okay, what do I got to do to prove myself? What do I got to do? How can I prove myself? There's no way. There's no way I can prove myself. There's no way. So it's just when people post, tweet, and just be conscious of there again, you could be that same person in that same position, and somebody could be ruining your life over something that you really may not have done. So just be conscious of it. There again, if someone does something, be diligent as far as letting that person know they was wrong 100%.
For sure.
That's what I mean by it. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section and row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, Book.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price. Gee, guarantee. Oh, yes. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I see everybody in the chat is chattering about what's going on. We appreciate everybody stepping inside the Hall of Fame today, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Hey man, we just talk about real stuff here more than anything inside the Hall of Fame. This is a real show, and you got some real questions. Make sure you get them in real quick. You feel me?
I feel you, man. Well, let's go to some of these super chats. Are you ready for them?
Good.
All right, our first one comes from Deshaun Steptoe. Deshaun just throw some money in the chat. We appreciate you, Deshaun.
Boom. Appreciate you, dog.
We go to DJ 1491. I enjoyed your Instagram post about black WWE champions. Do you think the industry has done enough to push black talent? Wasn't enough names to me.
You know, I think so. I really do. I don't think you can push black talent that's not there. Okay. We got a lot of guys that have come through and they've made huge marks in our industry. And the guys that have made those huge marks, they deserve it. And that's the thing. I don't just look at the black wrestler and say, just put him in, in the conversation just because he's black, and I say that. I mean, we got a lot of, African American talent right now on the roster because they've seen African Americans do well in the business as of this last 10, 15, 20 years. Okay. I think that's it. Kids in the neighborhood now see, man, this may be something that could, change my life, and the thing is, it just wasn't like that coming up for young Black kids in the neighborhood. We just did not see wrestling, professional wrestling as our way out because we didn't see a lot of us. I think the more we move along in life, we're going to see more and more and more Black athletes and more Trick Williams, more Carmelo Hayes come along and be in this business and take it to the next level. But I just think it's just one of those generational things. It's just finally catching on.
Yeah. I think that as far as, from my perspective, coming up, I think that there's never been more talent on the roster in general, and especially a diverse group of talent, from Black, white, all the Latin American countries are represented. There's stars from China and Europe, all over the place. And as far as what you were saying earlier, yeah, I mean, the talent that was posted on your Instagram, I mean, you got to think of a Big E, man, had an awesome run when he was building up. There's so much steam behind him. You didn't have a choice but to put the title on him. Kofi, you didn't have a choice but to put the title on him. Bobby Lashley, you didn't have a choice. And it wasn't so much like, oh, we need to make a Black champion. It was, these are the best guys we got. These are the top, these are the hottest stars. You got to put the title on Bobby. You got to put it on Mark.
Not just that, too. They're best Black representation right now.
There you go. Yeah.
And I believe that. When you do see a Black man with that championship, he is representing his people. And I need all y'all to come out here and support me as well. It's one of those type of things. You do not put in that position unless you have those qualities. You know what I mean? So it's a business more than anything. So I just do not try to say, well, just put the Black guy, in there because he's, I just can't look at it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that there's been a conscious effort of I'm sure the company just to do that, diversify. Sometimes I don't know now in conversations like diversity is an ugly word for some people. But I know firsthand like the power of being around different people and who think differently and have had different experiences. You and I have had some of the most interesting conversations in my entire life. We come from the same city and state, but have completely different backgrounds, but our reference base is similar. But the way you look at things is something I've never heard anybody else express it. And that comes from, being around people different than you. And I think that WWE but having on the roster a diverse group of individuals, all that does is inspire that next generation to where you were inspired by people like Ron Simmons and Hacksaw Butch Reed and the people, Ernie Ladd, who came before you, and JYD and the names you've mentioned before on this show. Those same people were influenced by you and The Rock and Mark.
Yeah. No, look at I think they call themselves the Pride. Bobby Lashley and his group, Montez and Angie, and these guys, they walking around now. They got their suits on. They looking good. They're playing that role totally different than a role that perhaps have been played many, many years ago as well. So we see the advance of that also, and that's something that I tried to bring to the forefront. Is making sure I dressed a certain way and looked a certain way, just because I needed our people to know we got to take this thing to another level if we want to make it to that next level. So it's definitely been guys that deserve to be in that position more than anything. Every guy out there right now, they've earned their spot more than anything, and we're looking for many, many more. Like Fly Def, Zach Mason and Warren G. We're looking for those guys to make it to that next level one day, so and so many more that's out there, Eli Knights of the world that's, going to be there one day. So it's so many of them. Yeah.
Warren J, you said Warren G. Warren's not out there regulating.
Warren G, Warren, you know what, damn it, it's my company. We're going to change it to Warren G.
To Warren. I love me some Warren G, man. Yeah. And you know what, like, Like I agree with everything you said. And there's such a and that's kind of the point I was making is like you inspired this whole generation of young people who saw someone who looked like them on television and thought maybe that is a pathway for me. And then all those people who are wrestling now, they're inspiring. Now there's more, names on the roster who are now inspiring another whole generation of people. And they're gonna, it's just gonna continue to grow. Is my point in that. And I just
good question. I appreciate that.
Yeah, really, really dope. And dope topic. Here it is. It definitely is Black History Month. I think I know the MLK parade was delayed. I think they just had it over the weekend, I believe, here in Houston. It's always a big deal. I can't remember it. But it's delayed because of the freeze, man. The freeze. Oh, that was the one we just read. Callie Toenail said the row is on fire. BT back on top. Can't wait to see what happens next. And shout out to the remote controls. Them and Fly Def putting it on out there. TRC coming up. I love it.
Yeah, man. Row is on fire, man. Last Stand Rumble coming up in about 20 days. And we're already sold out for the show. And we're excited. Got some big names coming in and got some big announcements coming on us here pretty soon as well. So guys, I'm excited for what we're doing at Reality Wrestling. We're trying to do something so different. We're not just an independent wrestling company. We're a television company. We're trying to produce some of the coolest television from this perspective that you have ever seen. And I got the best crew in the city. I'm serious. I got the best crew in the city.
All right. Our next one comes from Marcus Craig. Hey, Book, if you could have an all-black faction in pro wrestling history, give me 2 women, 2 men, and a manager.
I'm going to have to think about that one. Right there. 2 and a manager. Okay. All right. Let me think about that one.
Look, Harlem Heat. There's your 2 men. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. There's your 2 women. And Queen Charmel's the manager.
Oh, boom. There it is.
I did it.
There it is right there. You know what? I wasn't thinking on that level. I was trying to think for a second, and because I'm a history guy. I was like,
sure.
Should I go back and bring Midnight back? Because Midnight could have been a monster if she just would have listened to me. She wouldn't listen. If she would listen to me, she said she had a drop kick better than mine. That's what she told me. She told me, wait a minute. I mean, it's a little more to this to the drop kick. But now Bianca and Jade Cargill and Harlem Heat, man, that's a monster team right there.
Come on, man.
Man, yeah, that's all right. I got it. I feel it.
Okay, we'll go with that one for now. This comes from Deshaun Steptoe. I think that's what he's trying to ask earlier. King Booker. Any chance of a road show
in New York City?
Why?
You know what, man? If Roe was to come to New York, we would definitely have to partner with someone, just because New York is such a territorial place as far as wrestling goes. So many wrestling companies in the New York area. It would be hard for me to just come in there and step on someone's toes or anything like that. So for me, if I was going to come into the New York area, I would definitely want to partner up with one of those groups up there and, pretty much do it right. Maybe be able to highlight some of their wrestlers up there as well and really, really do something special. So, I'm never going to say never, but if it's something that can happen, trust me, we will make it happen at Reality of Wrestling. We got to take a break before we take one more super chat. Guys, it's going to be a whole lot more. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about GameTime, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and GameTime is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, GameTime has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With GameTime, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. GameTime guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section in row for less elsewhere. GameTime will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, bro.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose GameTime. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous book, so guys, don't miss out. Check out GameTime now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Just download the GameTime app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price guaranteed. Oh, yes. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We just taking a few super chats. Still got the New York super chat up there right now. And let me just put it out there. Any promoter out there, big promoter now, not these little small shows, you know, where you just bring a couple of people in. I'm talking about big shows. You guys want to partner up with Reality Wrestling? Hit me in the DMs, man. Hit me in the DMs.
Let's
and we'll
do it.
definitely get some business taken care of and get it taken care of real quick because Reality Wrestling is on the rise.
All right, here, let's go to our next super chat. This comes from Super Friday. Hey, Booker T from Harlem Heat, hardcore OG brother from 101.
From the hood.
I think he wanted to say 110th Street. I believe they should put you on WWE 2K24 or on like the cover. Should you be on the cover of 2K24?
Nah, but that statement right there, you know, hardcore OG brother from the hood, pretty much almost got Paige fired.
And you told her to say it.
And I told her to say that about me. People got on her so bad, man. But no, man, I don't need to be on the cover, man. That's your cheeks. When you're on the cover, you can get hurt, a car can run over you, anything could happen. You're on the cover or something, man. So no, I don't want to be on the cover of nothing right now, but you know, Reality of Wrestling taking that #1 spot as far as most viewed YouTube show, you know, for the year. That's the only thing I want to be on the cover of. That's
we're working our way there. This one comes from Joe Walker. Joe Walker said, let's see, Booker and Brad, thank you for having a positive impact on my life by simply talking, laughing, and being yourselves. You're more valuable than you know. Well, thank you, Joe.
I appreciate it. I mean, laughter is literally the key to life, really, man. For me, I'm laughing every day, no matter what. I can have a pain, man, like literally in my knee, and it's like hurting so bad, and I just start laughing so loud. And Shamel goes, "What's wrong, baby? What's wrong?" I mean, because she knows when I start laughing like that, something's hurting, you know. But I can't cry about it. I can't have a frown about it. I can't do nothing but laugh about it.
Right.
Because I want it, you know, the day before I leave this earth, man, I'm gonna be laughing. I'm gonna be laughing about something. I swear to God I am. You know, so keeps you young, keep you young too, you know, keep the wrinkles, you know, out of the head and all that stuff. You don't see nothing up there, do you? Do you?
No, that Botox is working.
Smooth, man. Smooth, dog. Ain't got no Botox. The hell you talking about?
I was waiting for you to say something.
Damn. Botox. That's that black don't crack. Yeah. So no, man. So no, I appreciate that, bro. Seriously, laughter got a whole lot to do with it.
Oh, so that's that black don't crack. Alex Cosentino. How long did it take to adjust to the size of the WCW ring to the WWF ring, and was one more stiff than the other? I hear this a lot.
You know, for me, for the rest of them suckers, man, it might have took a minute, but for me, it didn't take that long at all. I mean, it was just an extra 2 feet. It's just
But doesn't that throw your rhythm off?
not for me. For most guys, it probably would. But for me, I picked it up relatively quick.
You're
It was-
like for these other bums, but
I mean, probably for them other guys, man. But no, for me, I picked it up relatively quick, relatively easy. The transition was seamless. It really was. It was seamless. Going to WWE. It was just all about the work for me. I was prepared. I say that all the time. Preparation is the only luck you're ever going to have. And I really just think I was prepared for whatever situation they put me in, no matter what, fighting in a grocery store, running through a bingo hall, whatever it is, just try to work it out.
let's see the next one here. It comes from D'Angelo Brown. Rock needs to change his theme to the Hollywood Rock theme, not so babyface theme to a heel character. I used to
I don't
love.
think so, man. I think the Rock theme music, man, is so iconic. You don't want to mess with that.
Do you remember the Hollywood Rock theme? It was only a few months he used it.
I don't remember the Hollywood Rock theme.
It was pretty cool, man.
But
it was the same theme. But it was just a little different.
I wouldn't mind that, but it still got to have that same cadence.
Oh, it's got the same cadence.
Okay, as long as it's got that, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Let's see if this was the. I don't know how you don't remember this. We'll play it here in a second. Let's see. This comes from Super
Look,
Friday.
man, I was working. That's why I didn't have
Wait a
time to
minute.
listen to theme music from guys. Okay.
But this is when you were working it. You were in the ring. What
I
are you
still
talking
didn't
about?
have time to listen to it.
Okay, you don't remember this? You would have like this little montage of the city, and then it'd lead up to this moment right here. You don't remember this?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It just slowed it down. They chopped
They
and
just
screwed
slowed
it.
it down a little bit.
Chopped and screwed it. Yeah.
Chopped and screwed a little H-Town style. in there.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I can dig that. I can dig that.
Yo, I loved it, man. I love the Rock's theme. But the one he has now is up there with yours or Austin's, or there's a few that are just like, man,
It's
when
hard,
that
to work,
opening,
it's hard to work without your music too. You gotta have your theme music. You gotta have it.
yeah. There's a few guys who just have like the best. It gets you like. There's a couple people who like, if the song came up on your workout playlist at the gym, you're letting that thing go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like yours, Austin's, Rocks. There's a few other ones that if it comes up,
you're gonna let it rock. You're gonna let it rock. You know what I mean? And you're gonna work out a little bit harder.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go to the next one. This one comes from Super Friday says, who should go in the class of 2024 in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Man, there's a lot of guys that should be in the Hall of Fame, and hopefully they'll get that nod, this year. People talking about Tommy Dreamer.
A lot of people talk about Tommy Dreamer because he was reported he was the head of TNA, and then he said he wasn't. Did you see all that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Some people are having some memory lapses.
Yeah.
Like a little...
Nasty Boys, of course. I want to see the Nasties go in. But there's a lot of teams. I think Demolition.
Demolition's still not in.
Demolition, still not in. It's a lot of guys out there that deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. But I don't know. We'll see. We're going to be in Philly. Philly's a big town for wrestling. Of course, the ECW alumni, guys like Taz.
Taz is not in the Hall of Fame.
So it could,
should be.
I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm hoping.
Taz should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. I mean, that ECW brand wouldn't have been the same without Taz.
It's gonna be hard to let any of these AEW guys in, though. Man. It's gonna be hard.
Well, I mean, they put Billy Gunn in when he was in AEW.
I know, but Billy's kind of like he close to the family.
Yeah. I feel you. And then, I mean, that's when Triple H called it a pissant company. Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. We don't need any more moments like that.
D'Angelo Brown again, biography, WWE Legends season 4 is this Sunday on A&E. All right, we'll be looking out for that.
Make sure you tune in.
Here comes Alex Cosentino. Who's going to be the first WWE World Champ, or who's going to be first? Who's going to be WWE World Champ first, Montez or Trick? That's a tough one.
I don't know, man. Montez definitely have put in the work, but that's just not the way it worked. It's just not the way it worked.
So
You see a
time.
guy like, Trick Williams, his star has risen, man, like a phoenix, man. I mean, it's definitely like skyrocketed, meteoric, seriously. And it has nothing to do with his wrestling. Even though he goes out and performs, at a high level, even though right now he's only had pretty much a couple of handful of matches, but he still goes out and gives a really, really good performance. And when I look at someone like that, man, the sky's the limit for a guy like that. I just don't want him to, burn, too fast. You know what I mean? Just because everything is, it seems like everything is like in the right place at the right time right now for Trick Williams. So I don't know which one of those guys is going to be the first world champion, but definitely one of those guys I'll be looking for to make that run, just like I did once upon a time.
I mean, they're both world champion, like caliber. If you look at them on paper, and Montez, especially adding that, I don't know, 20 pounds of muscle, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I like.
great.
You know what? I don't know which one of those guys is going to be world champion first, but I do want to see those guys. Like for me, it started with a lower level title. It started with the television championship.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know you can hold that spot when you finally get it. And for me, I didn't even know if I could hold that spot when I finally got it, even after being, tag team champion many, many times, after being television champion 6 times, U.S. champion. I held all the titles, hardcore champion, and then when it came time for the world championship, I was ready for it. So I'd love to see, those guys go on that same trajectory and, win those championships, win the NXT championship, go on and win the, Intercontinental Championship. We got to take a break, man. They going to do it, damn it. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
In order to kick some ass, you gotta bring some. I wasn't born the chosen one. I became the chosen one. Through hard work, determination, and winning.
The chosen one, victorious.
You're going to be a big star. You already are.
I'm stronger, and I'm faster than anyone they ever put me in the ring with. Being the chosen one isn't just a nickname, it's a gift. And professional wrestling is my gift. That is an absolute guaranteed. What's my name again?
Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. We getting close to wrapping this thing up. I know we probably got like a few more super chatters.
We do. And let's go to Slim.
Let's take care of them.
Slim Slugger, 713. Not Slim Thugger, but Slim Slugger.
Boom.
Just give us a little love there.
Appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate that, man. M Music. Is Jade Cargill going to be Raw or SmackDown? She needs some matches on TV unless her debut singles match will be at Mania. Thoughts?
Yeah, man, I'd love to see more Jade Cargill myself. Be honest. I'd love to see just having a few matches. I don't care. They can I don't care if they did the same thing they did with over at AEW. Just put her in there, just let her beat up some people. You know what I mean? Just let her, squash a few girls. Just to get that. I'm sure she's training. I'm sure she's down to PC training on a regular basis, and that might be even better for you never know. Just because just like the last time we saw Jade Cargill, she looked pretty damn good in the ring.
Yeah, she looked great.
She did not look like she was out of place at all.
Mm-mm.
And I think that comes from just that little bit of training, that trying to learn that intricate detail as far as why you're in the ring. A lot of times you don't even know why you're in the ring. You're just out there doing the moves. So I think having that training, with the WWE, working with those guys down there, definitely give her that little bit of an edge to when she goes to the ring. She's gonna feel a whole lot more comfortable being in there. And I think it may not be a bad thing, her having a match at Mania and then going out there and shocking the world, man. Letting the people see what Jade Cargill is all about. I'm not opposed to that.
No, I mean, I'm with you. I want to see her more in the ring. I mean, she got at the Royal Rumble was massive. It was a huge pop, and that tells me people want to see her too. And they know that. They've been putting her on the shows. Just on SmackDown, she was all on the show, but never did anything in the ring, obviously.
Yeah.
So they know her star power. They know they got one, and that's why I think they're taking their time.
I think so.
Not rush into anything.
I really do. I feel the same way. There again, she's got plenty of time.
And she's such a special, I don't know how you even say it, character, talent, draw, whatever. But she's special. Whatever she's got is special, and you want to make sure it's presented the best way.
Yeah, but still, you want to see more of that specialness.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm talking about like weekly.
We'll follow her on Instagram.
I ain't doing that. In trouble.
No, love the Jade, obviously. LMCT. Both brands have a good amount of tag teams. Could there be that could be champions? I think it's time to split those tag belts due to new belts and let two teams shine. They've been unified here for quite a long time. I do remember.
You know what? LMCT. Somebody else said that same thing a long time ago.
Who was that?
Well, he's got 2 Hall of Fame rings. He's a multi-time champion.
Bret Hart?
No, not Bret.
Okay.
No, me. I said that a long time ago. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the unification of the championships. I agree with you 100%. There should be 2 more guys out there that are able to shine just as bright, and people, just have more going around the table more than anything. That's the way I feel about that.
Yeah, I think that I with the world title at first, I remember we had this debate. I liked the unification idea,
You did.
but then as time went on, I was like, probably not the best.
You
The
didn't
tag
like it.
the tag titles is well. I think my position's always been I want less championships in wrestling and not
Yeah,
more.
but still, you hate the idea. We're not talking
Boy,
about
hate's a strong word. Hate's a strong word.
No,
I don't think Bret Hart would ever say hate.
You hate. We're not talking about Bret Hart. We're talking about you. You know what I mean?
I never said the word hate.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you
I
did.
think I used the word don't like.
Well, but you hated the idea once you felt what was going. I know you did. You don't have to say it. Look here. I'm gonna spare you. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. What?
I'm gonna spare you.
What?
I'm gonna spare you. What the hell? That's how you're gonna talk to Cronkite 2.0. You're gonna spare me.
Man. I don't want you to have to say nothing that it's gonna have to, make you feel a certain way to get it out. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You know, Walter Cronkite and I went to the same middle school. Just putting that out there.
I can tell.
LMCT. Hold on, we already did that one. Demarius Oliver book definitely inspired me, and I was so happy when he won the heavyweight title straight up.
Appreciate it, dog. Most definitely, I appreciate it. I'm glad I inspired you too. That right there, sometimes we need some inspiration, and that's what my run in this business has been about, trying to inspire young people to realize their own potential, and they could do it too if Booker T did it. I'm not special. I'm not special by any means. I just work my ass off to be the best at what I do, and that's when I found wrestling, I say, man, this is it. I say, this is it. I could do this. I could perhaps do this better than anybody in the world, whether I could or not. That was my thought process, and then I went out there and I worked with the best wrestlers, the best performers for over 20 years, I work with the best performers in the world. And man, to be able to do that and inspire you at the same time, I appreciate it. Seriously, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. That's it's awesome to have that impact on people, to be able to inspire and
Oh man, you know what, man? I know, bro. I was bad. I was a bad man. Bad man. You know what I'm saying? And, I ain't even pat myself on the back like that, but man.
Hey man, sometimes it bees like that have mercy.
Like Mama says.
It bees like that. Slim Slugger 713. Why was y'all not called the Houston Heat? Should have represented Book. Love from the north side of Houston, Trinity Garden.
Booker T, King Booker represented Houston. I was from Houston, Texas. King Booker. And the thing was, when we were Harlem Heat back then, it would have been hard being Houston Heat because it's a stigma. It's a stigma. Everybody think people in Texas wear cowboy hats, cowboy boots, and talk with a swing, a Texas accent. We did not want to be looked at like that at all. So we chose Harlem Heat just because we wanted people to look at us, as just two OG brothers from the hood, which we was from the hood in South Park, Texas, but it just didn't work out that way. So that's the honest, true answer to that question right there.
And y'all were going to be Chi-Town Heat.
Yeah, but it was too cold in Chicago.
Who came up with Chi-Town? Why was it Chi-Town?
That was Dusty Rhodes. Dusty came up with Chi-Town.
Dusty came up with
Chi-Town Heat. Chi-Town Heat. Yeah, that was Dusty. Yeah.
But let me tell you something, T-Book. We got a good idea for you, Daddy.
Yeah, Chi-Town Heat it was like
you can't even say it.
Too cold in Chicago to be heat. So Harlem Heat was perfect.
It's a great name. It's one of the great team names ever.
Harlem Heat was perfect.
Harlem Heat. Was there any other things you remember being thrown out there other than Chi-Town and Harlem? Was there like any other team names? Did y'all pitch Ebony Experience when you went to WCW?
No, they didn't want Ebony Experience. I don't know why. Maybe because the experience, I don't know, expresses and stuff like that before. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but it was never any mention of that. But no, it was Harlem Heat, Chi-Town Heat. I think that was about it.
Yeah. And then like, can you, because I know we're wrapping up here and we're at Super Chats, but I did want to ask you, when y'all got the names Kane and Cole, like, was that like a feeling in the pit of your stomach? Like,
yeah, we hated it from the beginning. And I didn't feel it from the beginning. It's just like, losing my music or something. I just did not feel Kane and Cole. And we worked with it as long as we could. We tried it, because we were just getting our foot in the door. And when you're just getting your foot in the door, sometimes you got to know when to speak up and when to shut up. And we kept our mouths closed. And then once we started getting over, we say, look, man, this ain't working. We need to change it. Can we get our names back? And thank God they blessed us with our names, because being Booker T, having my real name has been pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And was there a reason, like, your brother wanted to, did he always work under Stevie Ray?
Yeah.
He did, right? Yeah, okay.
The Collider, and then
Super Collider.
It's Global Wrestling Federation, Stevie Ray.
Yeah. And was there a reason he didn't want to go by his like regular name or his like name like you?
It was just something.
Just a better. He just thought it was a
Eddie
cooler
Gilmore
sound.
came up with. He needed two brothers with two black names, and Stevie Ray and Booker T just sounded cool.
Yeah, they're great names. Obviously, they stood the test of time. But anyway, okay. Some of our questions are answered, chat.
Yeah, we got about 15 seconds. How many chats we got?
That's it.
Okay, cool.
We done.
I thought we had more super chats. All right, man, cool. All right, well, man, we got to want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. Getting your champagne wishes, caviar drinks. We'll be back this week doing our thing again. Bradley, all the hard work, heavy lifting as always. Hey, man, make sure, guys, Reality of Wrestling, tune in, smash and hit that damn subscribe button right now. But I want to thank everybody, man. We love you. Peace. We out. Boom. I always talk about preparation is the only luck you're ever going to have, I think.